So following this breaking news here tonight, one person has died in a house fire in the Avondale neighborhood. Flames broke out this afternoon in the 3000 block of West Belmont. You can see damage to the upper floors there of that house. The cause of that fire and how the person died is under investigation.
Hey there, John. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around the absolute devastation you see behind me. Here in Union City, 3 confirmed fatalities, and that was in this very neighborhood. And you can see just how difficult it would be to survive something like this. The National Weather Service giving it a preliminary rating of an EF3 from homes being completely swept off their foundations. A lot of those homes even potentially being tossed into Union Lake. Here behind me, there are search and rescue dive teams. At this moment, everybody is accounted for here in Union City, but they want to take every precaution necessary because we are just 24 hours post this catastrophic tornado. Now, this is historic in many ways. This would be one of the strongest and earliest in the calendar year Michigan has ever seen a tornado of this nature, one of the deadliest of this decade. And unfortunately for Union City, it was just 2 years ago where some of the very same communities were impacted by another tornado. Not to this magnitude, but still to see back-to-back recent years with devastation is difficult. So I've been told that there are stories of heroism, people saving lives. We've seen many people come here and dedicate their time, money, and energy to clearing out all of these trees. It's going to be a very long process, but the emergency managers here say that they are dedicated to making sure that hope is restored to this community and they get back to a sense of normalcy as soon as they possibly can, but clearly a long road ahead of them. This here in Union City was just one spot. You travel down 45 minutes to our southwest, you head to Three Rivers, Michigan, and that's where a Menards was totally scrapped from another very intense tornado. National Weather Service surveying that damage now. So there's still a lot to get to in Michigan. Again, this was a very rare event. You do not see tornadoes of this magnitude this early in the year and this far north. It was a function of temperatures, how warm it was, and just the right conditions to spawn such a violent tornado. We'll keep you posted.
Violent tornadoes. Keep that in mind.
Cheryl, that lightning has just been coming right frankly through the windows here, our studio at State and Lake, but things kind of calm right now. Still wet, though, in the aftermath of this enormous storm. It swept right through the heart of downtown, right during that dinner hour. And right here in the studio, we had a front row seat to all that hail that made the streets an instant icy mess downtown. And you know what? So did a lot of people who were sent scrambling when the sky simply opened up around dusk. People dashing for shelter right there, windshield wipers on their fastest setting right there. It's these hail balls as big as gumballs smashing to the ground and creating really a brief winter scene. These folks were out shopping on State Street.
There was huge-sized hail, and then walking on it here on the streets, it's just crushing under your feet every step.
It's pretty neat, but a little bit scary too. I can't lie. I've never seen hail that big before.
When I was like on the CTA, the hail just came straight through, so it was kind of a worry when I first saw it. Yeah. But other than that, it was alright. Yeah.
All right, those folks kind of shaking as well. Quiet right now out on State Street in downtown. Not a lot of signs of hail damage right around here, but certainly an event that is not going to be forgotten.
I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash, and that's like to give the honor to our teachers, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, GMS, who taught all of us the 100% truth according to the Bible as being great examples to us in the faith. And double shalom, salutation to the icons, God's four winds, pushing His word, true faith and sincerity, also in giving diligence. Major judgment is going forth. You know, we have house fires, tornadoes ripping through Michigan, Oklahoma. 8 people were confirmed unalive. Okay, you got hailstorms in Chicago. This is the Lord's visiting this place. And we go over it all the time. This is Isaiah 29:6. Thou should be visited of the Lord of hosts, with thunder and earthquakes and great noise, with storms and tempests. A tempest is a violent storm. It says in a flame of devouring fire. And they were visited goes into punish. And one of the ways the Lord's punishing America, Babylon the Great, is through the storms and tempests. Okay? And whenever y'all get a chance, look up that word tempest. Okay, that's what Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah is bringing. Isaiah 20:82. So we most definitely living in some prophetic times. This is Isaiah 20:82. Behold, the... Give me 1 second. I don't know what just happened. This is Isaiah 20:82. Again, read again. It says, behold, the Lord has a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. Okay. This is a video. This was also taken in Chicago, Illinois. It's March 10th, 2026. All right, and it's showing you the size of the hell that was coming down, that the Lord was sending down. All right, and it was coming down heavy, destructively. Okay, this is the Lord, doing these things. Okay. Again, Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah is visiting this place. Okay. So, again, Isaiah 20:2, behold, the Lord has a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hell, and again, a tempest is a violent storm. It says, and a destroying storm. Okay, what comes to mind? Tornadoes, hurricane. Okay, that's a destroying storm. Okay, it destroys anything that's in its path. It says, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, and floods has been happening too. Okay, it says, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. Whose hands? Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah. The Lord is the one who's sanctioning these plagues to smite this place. Okay, 2nd Esdras 15. The Lord is the one who bringeth the plagues. Okay, it's telling you verse 5. Said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. But why is the Lord sending plagues? For wickedness has exceedingly and polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful words are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord, and it says here in verse 11, 2nd Esdras 15:11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand. 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And this is the modern day Egypt, America. And the word Egypt goes back to bondage. And in these times to come, there's going to be a lot more of these plagues. A lot more of these plagues are going to be happening, man. Because that's what this is. These tornadoes, these hurricanes, these hailstorms. Okay, that's a plague. Okay, and these plagues, the Lord's doing these plagues for one, to showcase His power, and two, to punish this place, smite this place for all this wickedness it has committed. Okay, we literally witnessing Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah at work. Okay. 2nd Esdras 15:12. And Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua shall bring upon it. Okay. And like I said, these storms, are plagues, man, and they're going to continue to increase. Okay, just like the earthquakes are getting more intense, these storms are going to get more intense. And these earthquakes, I want to say these earthquakes, that's a sign that we're at the end of this rulership, man. But the Lord is definitely smiting this place. He's punished this place. It's called America, Babylon, the great, for all this evil and for all this wickedness. Okay? It's Isaiah 45:7. It says, I formed the light and created darkness. I make peace and created evils. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay? And that's the times that we're in. Okay, evils and only evils. Ezekiel 7:5. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Ashai, and evil and only evil, behold, it is come. Evil represents bad times. These are the times that we're in. And it's going to be more bad times coming. We ain't seen nothing yet, man. Okay? And you know, that's why we must continue to fear the Lord. You know, continue to repent. You know, before it's too late. Because those of our people who don't turn back to Yahweh Ba'ashim Ashai, who doesn't repent, they're going to get caught up in these evils. They're going to get caught up in these plagues. Okay? That the Lord is sending. Okay? In these times. Okay, but I just want to, you know, to touch on, just want to, you know, go into, you know, the latest storms, okay, you know, just keeping Israel update with what's going on throughout the four corners of the earth, okay, how Ba'ashim Shah is visiting this place, is punishing this place, okay, and more to come, more judgments to come, okay, Lord's willing, the lesson was edifying. I want to give all infinite praises and honor and glory to my power. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, double honors to our teachers, the apostles, the elders, great millstone, GMS, who taught us 100% truth according to the Bible's being great exempts to us in the faith. And double shalom, salutation to the Akim, because of four winds, pushing this word, true faith and sincerity, also giving diligence. Shalom.